Tiller 1227 in the booth. Joining me tonight, I have the Guardian.
Yes, sir.
I've got Blaney.
Thank you for having me.
And in-race reporters, I have Den Kate and Hellraiser.
How's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good.
Pretty good. Hopefully it's a good race for you guys. So qualifying is now in. They've just completed it. We are about to go green, so we will give you the top 3 of the qualifying order. Taking the pole tonight is the 38 of JCR McLovin Racing. Followed in second place on the high side of row 1 is JCR JWOW is back, and third place on low side of the second line will be Old Johnny Boy 512.
Yeah, with those 2 JCR cars starting up front, I wonder if they're going to have some sort of a plan to try to both get to the bottom right away. If one of them will try to sabotage the restart a little bit to try to hopefully get them both under the bottom, because they'll both be side by side going into turn 1.
Yeah,
Timer's going, guys.
Knowing that they're teammates and that they follow the same racing group, I can imagine that they're probably going to have the plan to work together today. But as we've seen in past races of us being drivers, there's a very thin line of being able to hold up that working together up front.
Oh, crap. Hellraiser, did you get an invite?
Yeah, luckily.
Good? Are we good?
Yep.
Yep. We're loading.
Are we good to join?
Yep. You're good to join now.
Awesome.
We're on the Fanatec screen right now.
Tonight we're going to see various strategies amongst the 20 drivers. There's 67 laps total in the race, and they only get about 31 laps to a tank.
And there is no cautions here tonight with the C side of things, so hopefully everyone can stay out of trouble, because there will be no cautions coming out, and this will be the only restart and start of the race. After that, everyone is full throttle, and first one to the finish line is the way it wins.
You wonder if you'll see some people in fuel strategy mode right off the bat here, knowing that you may be able to make it with just one stop if you race it correctly.
Alright, and we're green here. JCR McLovin and JWOW's going to get single file immediately after start-finish line. They're 2 and 3 wide all the way through the field.
Ooh, we got a wreck off turn 2.
They're already signaling to go to pit road here, so...
17 of Mac Attack is down at the bottom, into the wall.
I made it through that one.
Their JCR McLovin, he gets flushed out quite a bit backwards. Probably losing about, I'd say, 10 or 11 positions.
It leads me to wonder if those 2 guys aren't immediately going into fuel strategy here, as they immediately went to the back of the pack. Honestly,
the draft is everything on this track, especially with saving fuel. So I can imagine that they're probably trying to use up all they can with this draft while they're close here. Probably just going to ride as least amount of throttle as they can while staying in the group, and probably just going to use these guys up and watch these guys push as hard as they can to make a pass early, when that's not the game plan here tonight. So let's see how it works out later on through pit strategy, and they might be exactly where they need to be, falling back a few positions.
Back up front here, we've got Light Will up with the lead. Broom's working on the outside of him, trying to take it.
That's his first race tonight.
There were about 4 or 5 cars that got in that wreck on the first lap. The 4 Smooth Puppy was in it, the 49 of Maverick, the 51 of JCR Clashin', and the 17 of Mac Attack. I believe were all involved.
You've got the leader side by side in turn 2 here. Light's making his first start tonight. He's proven to be strong in the early going here.
And Light's first race is tonight.
You've got both of the points leaders
Memphis
here.
Inside of the 14
first
here.
and third. Yeah, the 11 cars moved up to 4.
Light takes the low side. He's slightly in the wall.
Ooh, in the wall hard.
Slight contact.
Oh, big red, big red.
The 38 wrecked hard.
Yes, and we're going to see several cars get involved in that one.
JCR got going, but he definitely got in it.
You got Pro 75 in the 24. involved. Dave Ace and the 20s involved. Those guys are just now starting to get rolling again here.
Boy, that's a tough break for Light, man. He had the track position, and it's too bad.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering what's going on with him, if he got bumped up to that wall or if he overdrove it a little bit. It seemed like there might have been slight contact for the way that he slapped that wall.
Yeah,
He
he's
did
coming
take that
down
high
pit
side,
road.
but
He's coming down pit road now. He's pitting now. He said and I like that. I mean, his race is already kind of, he's already behind the 8 ball already, so I like that.
Almost looked like a lag spike.
yeah, let's go on board with Light while he goes down pit road and try and get our in-race reporter on him to see exactly what went on in that situation and what could have been prevented. So, Light, are you with us?
Yep.
So what exactly happened there, man? Did you have slight contact from someone trying to dive bomb you, or break us down the situation of what just happened early on in this race?
I kind of, I drove it a little too deep into 4, and that kind of made me bad on the straightaway, and I misjudged turn 1 going up high, and I hit the wall, and I couldn't get it off of it.
I got you, man. We just wanted to check in with you quick, make sure you were doing all right, and just kind of get some clarification that we couldn't see on the broadcast. But I hope your race comes to a better finish, and just keep fighting to pick away the positions. It's an early mistake. You can make up for it. I'm sure there's going to be more tonight. These guys seem to be racing hard, so just be on fuel strategy, and I'm sure you'll cycle back right where you need to be.
All right, thank you.
Got old Johnny boy here inside of the 11 going for second.
Yeah, the 11's had a really good run. He kind of started back mid-pack, and he's made his way up to the top 3. Your 2 points leaders right now are leading the way in this.
I don't think that 11 car's done quite yet. I think he's got a fast car. I think see him up there.
Yeah, patience is king here. I think he's just trying to pick a lane that's going to cause him the least amount of trouble and be able to keep that draft as strong as it possibly can. So definitely like to see within the next few laps what kind of moves he makes, as I believe he's trying to take the inside. He cycles back behind first place.
They're 2 by 2 for the top 4 or 5 positions here. Really all the way back through 6. And the 11 car, he's making the move to the inside of the leader now.
Ooh, see the 8 car, he gone starting to make a move to the inside of Johnny boy here for third.
Yep, as he peeks his nose under.
Oh, Memphis gets loose.
Finish way loose.
That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him get loose off of turn 2. Might have to make an adjustment after this pit stop.
Oh, and a little
He gets into the side of
contact in the
24.
3. As Vasant Life hard into the wall, the
14's
14.
around.
The 42 of Mini Cooper got a little contact off of that too. That's going to allow the top 3 to separate here about a little bit. Got Hegon running in 3rd place here, making his, oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. Just for a minute now, they're straight back out to single file. Memphis Phoenix has seemed to gather it in and has started reeling these guys back in.
Good recovery by JCR McLovin. We saw him getting that wreck earlier, and he's made his way back up to the lead pack here.
Yeah, I did just peek get a look at him on track, and where he seems to be placed doesn't seem too far back. He still seems like he's in fighting range for that big pack of cars that are fighting in front of him. So hopefully we'll see him start getting back into the battle here soon.
Got the 41 car working to the inside of the 11 for 4th place. Oh, the 11's a little loose.
Roman, the 25, just went below the apron. Not sure if that's a signal or if he got loose. Be a little early to signal the pit, wouldn't it? Yeah, he got loose.
Yeah, at this point, if you were to pit now, you'd pretty much kiss your top 5 away. So
tire wear is already becoming a big factor here, as we're seeing a lot of guys loose. It's the 41 car still trying to work his way up to 5th place here around the 22. Got the 38 looking to the inside of him. Got Hegon in a battle with the 3 car here for
He's
second
able to
place.
keep it down on the white line. And
he clears
he
him.
does make the pass, yeah. Good job on Hegon. As he tries to protect the apron. 21 might have a nose on him. He does. The 21 gets under the 8 car trying to battle for second position.
He's cleared him now. That puts Hegon in 3rd. We've got Broom still leading. He's got a 3 or 4 car length gap. I think Ezva Saltlife has had engine failure tonight. He's going to be our first car out.
Tough break for him, especially with a pretty decent qualifying position where he started out. Shortcoming for him, but he made a pretty good drive up to the front and fortunately got collected in that big wreck. So unfortunate to him, but he'll pick it up next week.
Riding along here with the 22 of Palm Coaster, and he's been in quite the battle with the 41 car for
JCRJ while I was there, he's inside a Broom.
That's going to be a battle for the lead. They're still side by side coming out of 2. The 21 clears him.
Ooh, he's looking back inside for the crossover. Can't quite make it, though.
So put the 21 in first and the 25 back to second now. Can I get a lap count from an in race, please?
19 of 67.
All right,
Tell
so
you in
we're
a
working
second.
lap 20 here.
About 48 laps remaining.
So we're going to see pit stops in the next 10 to 15 laps here. We'll go back to the field and see what kind of battles we can find. Still got the 41 and the 22 battling hard for the 5th or 6th position there. That would be 6th.
So Tiller and Guardian, I'd like to get you I'd like to ask you guys a question here after this field cycles through. What do you think the best strategy in your aspect, if you were racing in this race right now the way it's been going, how do you feel would be the better strategy to get right on the mark? Would you try and save the extra fuel on that coming out of pit road and pit a lap earlier to be able to minimize time? Or would you go a little bit longer and see who sticks with you in draft to minimize the tire fall off?
Me personally, in a custom setup, I'm gonna build my setup to where I've got a gear ratio to where I can save the extra 2.5 laps per run to make it up at the end. That would give you one stop.
Yeah,
but you're
I
going to see
agree.
various strategies here.
Yeah, that first run, you got to run it as long as you possibly can, because that's just going to benefit you on that second run. So yeah, I'm definitely with Tiller on that one, especially if you got to save gear. It's absolutely worth it to, even if it's 1 or 2 laps, it's absolutely worth it if you can manage it and if you can run it without wrecking.
Right, absolutely. That's what I was saying too. The only aspect that you can get kind of in a pickle is if people pit up before you and you're stuck on an empty racetrack with no draft help, you might tend to hurt yourself. But it just depends on. I can assume these leaders know what to do with strategy, and they've been working all week to make this car great and where they need to have it. So it'll be an exciting way to see what everyone's mindset and where their strategy's at coming into this first pit stop.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if and it all depends on the situation you're in too. Like if you're running a pack of 6 or 7 cars and you want to run 2 or 3 more laps, but one lap all 6 or 7 of those other cars, go down to signal. I think that kind of makes your bed right there, and you got to signal as well. If you want to, like you said, if you want to stay in the draft and not be caught by yourself, I think, it all depends on the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for your piece of advice.
Johnny Boys fell back to about 10th here. He seems to have kind of went to a fuel saving mode here. He's falling back to the field.
So I'm seeing that JWoww is now making quite a
Oh,
few car
wreck
lengths
off
on-
to the 2 car,
Keith
hard
in
into the
2
wall.
car. Ooh, light. There you go.
Whew. I was just happy to click on the lights hood cam right as that happened.
That was a close one. Keith's getting going again.
Got he gone running here in
It's just
4th
him.
place.
So it's been a pretty strong run for Hegon so far. He's avoided a lot of big wrecks and been able to make some charges to the front. So good move on his part to this point of the race.
Got the
there's
34 car, Jokers Mokers on pit road.
Okay, so we're starting to see pit stops now.
Let's see who ends up coming down.
God dang it.
Got Mini Cooper in the 42 and the 22 of Palm Coaster battling on track here.
Memphis, the Phoenix in the 11 is side by side with the 78. Oh, they make contact off to Memphis in the
Oh,
wall.
they're wrecking off turn 2.
Ooh, the 3 car also involved. Johnny Boy.
Oh man, he had a strong run
Everybody
going
else
too.
missed it.
Memphis
Joker
is
Smoker
collected.
coming off.
The 11
That's-
of Memphis
That's a
is
tough
now.
break for Memphis.
Yeah, unfortunately, especially because we know week after week he typically has some speed that he can make moves with. So sucks to see that it's not looking like that this week. But hopefully he can just put his head down and make as many positions back as he can at this point.
I mean, that's 2 really fast cars right there in that wreck. Johnny Boy in the 3 and Memphis in the 11. That's 2 fast cars.
Still got JWoww out here in the lead. He's got a lap down car in his draft. He's kind of walked away a little bit here. He's probably out to about a 2.5 gap.
So getting back before that wreck was talking, I was getting on to JWoww and the fact that he's broken out a few car lengths onto the 2nd place car. Do you think this is going to hurt him, or do you think that he saved enough fuel cutting through the field that he's probably still on pace with fuel saving? I know for sure with 2nd place car being back off of him a little bit, he's probably got a lot of draft effect going on. So he's in a position where he can save a lot of fuel right now, right behind JWoww just riding. But what do you think the aspect is for him running out front with no draft right now? Ooh, he's coming down pit road as we speak. Actually, JWoww is now coming down.
Yeah, 78 of low bow tie already on pit road making his stop.
Yeah, and Broom followed it in.
The 38 missed pit road. He's trying to back up to try and get it. McLovin, the 38 of JCR McLovin.
Flashing on pit road. Also
That's gonna
Hellraiser
hurt
in the
him.
19. Yeah, it's definitely going to hurt him. I mean, it's better than going around another lap and having to get all the way back up to speed, but definitely
Oh, for sure. He made the better choice on the aspect
Oh,
of the mess up, but it's definitely he's gonna have to work to this point, especially because he had a good run going into pit road. He probably could have made up a little bit of time on those people in front of him, but obviously just couldn't get down there on that commitment line and then shoved them out. So unfortunate to see, definitely.
Got the 21 coming off pit road now.
Also Broom coming off pit road. Whole bunch of guys coming in. Two car Keith coming on pit road, the 4. NASCAR 82's on pit road, the 42, 17.
And JWoww was able to open up a massive gap to Broom on that pit exchange there.
37 laps remaining. And you get 31 laps to the tank, so everyone's going to have to pit probably one more time.
Yeah.
So these guys didn't.
That's a stretch. If you want to try to save, like I said, you're going to have to do it from the drop of the green flag.
Correct.
If you want any chance of making it, you're going to have some sort of a save gear, whether it's 3rd gear, 4th gear, whatever it is in the custom setup. That's one benefit of having a custom setup. Is on a slider, it's very, very hard to save.
So as we can see right now, JWoww is now being held up by some lap traffic trying to make his way around on the high side. So this might slow him down a little bit, especially because he's kind of gridlocked on the high side approaching some more cars here. So not totally sure. I believe the 20 is, seems like he's battling to keep his lap or battling for position. So I'm not sure exactly where he's
21 on the wall.
He's definitely battling for the lead lap. He's a lap down.
Okay.
He was involved in an accident earlier.
Oh, early on. That's right.
Who is the current leader?
The 3.
Oh, so old Johnny Boy is still on track. He's definitely in.
Stretching it.
Which I believe he's coming to pit road this lap.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't made his pit stop yet.
Yep, he's
So
one of
as
those
you see,
that
he's
are
down
on
on
fuel
the apron.
strategy.
He is now coming down pit road. The 3 of old Johnny Boy.
Also light the 99s on pit road.
And if you're going to run with this fuel strategy, really he's in the perfect spot to make it work for the second stint, because he saved just enough laps in this first stint that he should only be about 2.5 to 3 laps short going into this last run.
Yeah, so he's going to have a few more laps of go time once he gets into that green light area. That'll make it to the end of the race, so hopefully he'll be able to start picking off some distance, and this might be the man we got to watch out for, is number 3 of old Johnny Boy.
I mean, he was able to make it a good 3 laps after that last batch of cars that came onto pit road. I mean, he made it a good 5 or 6 or 7 laps past the first group that we saw come on pit road. But yeah, I mean, if I'm him, I'm liking the position that I'm in here. You know, being the one on the freshest tires now, and he's obviously in the best position fuel wise too.
Yep, so now we just wonder if it was the draft that he had before he went into pit road kept him on pace enough that he actually made up time. That's honestly probably the factor for Johnny Boy at this point, although unfortunately it does seem that he has a pretty open track in front of him, so he doesn't have very much draft help to help save, so he's in a sticky situation right now, but we'll see if things happen in front of him.
Got the 49 and the 19 side by side. Hellraiser, what position are you in, bud?
10th.
Is that a battle for position, or is he a lap down?
It is.
Okay, so that's
All
your
4 of
battle
us right here.
Battle for the top 10.
It's going to be our closest and most impactful battle right now on track, so let's tune into that and keep a quick eye for a few minutes and see who makes some passes.
See Memphis side by side with the 51 going down the front stretch here.
Got the 49 and 10th, the 19 and 11th, and the light and the 99 right behind him in 12th.
As the 49 of the Maverick makes a pass on the low side on the 34. And the 19 of Hellraiser is falling on that bottom line, trying to get past the 34 as well. Yeah, 34 just got completely left out to dry up there while everyone took the line from him. Impactful move to make, especially trying to stay in the draft. So, unfortunately, sucks that he missed a few positions, but now he has a lot of draft that can help him for the end of the race. So, see how it works out for the 34 car.
Got the 2 of the 3 JCR cars running back here. You got the 51 and the 21 working together. Memphis is back there with them too. Just not really racing each other, just trying to stay in line and stay in that draft and gain as much time on the leaders as they can.
Yeah, I believe the 21 is the leader now.
Yep. 21 is the leader.
So he's using he's using the lap traffic here to help his case out with fuel savings, I'm sure, considering that's another JCR car in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are probably all teamwork right now.
I believe the 11 car is a lap down as well.
Yeah, I believe he is too.
Yeah, after that big wreck that he had before the first pit stop, definitely I would think he'd be cycled a lap down at this point. Which I'm not positive how many people are still, you know, what the last position down is on the lead lap before we start hitting lap cars. That's something that I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious to know.
I believe W. Broom's riding in second, and he is. Those guys, the leader is coming off of turn 2 down the back stretch, and he's just in the middle of turn 1.
JCR McLovin's on pit road. I think, is he done? His car's not moving. I think he's done.
He might have been done. Oh, slight contact from the 21 and the 17. Luckily, nothing big enough to end JWoww's run at the moment, so good recovery on his part. But that was I can imagine nerve-wracking on his part.
Yeah, JCR McLovin in the 38 car. Looks like he's done for the night.
That'd be our second expired engine for tonight.
Unfortunate to see with him, he's our pole sitter for the night too. So to see him out of the race and out of contention, and be able to avoid all the wrecks early on, that's unfortunate to see.
You've got Hegon here in third place, has worked his way back up to the bumper of the 25 for second. That seems to be the closest battle in the top 5 right now.
Got Low Bow Tie in the 78 and Palm Coaster in the 22 side by side going across the start-finish line. And the 42 of Mini Cooper in that battle as well. Ooh, slide job. You just got him.
I believe the 25 and the H
Coaster looking back inside of the 42
together.
now.
78's going to give the push to the 42 to try and keep him clear of the 22.
There. Just barely at his nose in there.
Yep, just maybe a quarter panel.
Yep, that's all he needed. Still side by side. Nope, 42 cleared him.
That little last
42's
push from the
clear
78 car on the high side allowed him to have that momentum out.
What are the 2 things you lost? No, hedgehog. Hedgehog. Sonic.
22 seems to be battling back here.
Looks like the 34 car, Joker Smoker.
So 22's went to the inside of the 42 now. I believe he's going to clear him into 1.
Yeah, 34 car also done for the night.
Yeah, I think once he lost the draft, when he was passed on that high side, he fell back really quick. So I think, depending on the position, what happened, or a wreck that we missed, he probably knew his shot was pretty done for once he lost that group of cars. Maybe some internet connections, but
You've got the 51
again, another
on pit
person we
road
didn't
again.
expect.
JCR clashing on pit road, making a second stop. You've got the 99, the 49 into the wall. The 99 gets around him. Yeah, and JCR JWoww, he's got a huge lead. You can't even see the second or third place car behind him there.
Who's in second? Is it Broom in the 25?
I believe so.
Okay. 51 is just coming off pit road right now.
You've
Really
got
slow for some reason.
the
Really
8 of Hegal working to the inside of the 25 here. That's going to be for your second position, I believe.
I think he was just having some problems keeping it down there off the racing surface, Guardian. I think he just had to
he's still
stop
going
rolling some
slow.
speed
He's still
and circle back to him.
he's definitely not up to speed. He's got some sort of a problem. All right, now he's back up to speed.
And the 8
Just watching
still
how fast
side by side with the 25.
Yeah, that is very true.
I mean, maybe to get in the draft, I'm not sure, but he definitely came off a pit road way slower than normal.
But you'd think with the 21 car being the leader, you'd think he'd be pedal to the metal to try and keep himself from going a lap down, you know?
I definitely would not be in a draft position mode there. I'd stay as far in front of the leader as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
The 8 car of Hegon has worked his way up to second now.
I do believe I just saw the 19 come down.
Yep, 19 and Hellraiser on pit road. I think he's the only one at this moment on pit road.
The 25 working back to the outside of the 8 for second.
So as we've been searching around, guys, we still have the 8 and the 24 battling side by side since the last time we checked in on them. So it's a hard battle going on right now.
Egon just got around the 25 for second, I believe.
Yeah, that's the battle I've been riding with. They've been going at it for the past 5 laps now.
So in this position with the 21 car so far ahead, I would say, why aren't they drafting together? But this is honestly the spot that they're probably going for unless something crazy happens here.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I understand the battle that's going on, and it is indeed exciting to see that they're doing it to kind of solidify their chance. But there are cars behind them that are just going to keep getting closer and closer. So,
I mean, if you were in a group of 4 or 5 cars, I think you'd be in the position to want to stay in a straight line, and you may have a chance to run the leader down. But with just the 2 of them, I don't see, even if they drafted nose to tail the whole end of this run, I don't see them catching the 21 without the 21 having some sort of an issue.
yeah, I mean, the 21 has just walked away at this point, so...
The 25 made the pass into turn 1.
Yeah, they just keep going back and forth. It's a good battle.
Yeah, they're both really fighting the handle on their race car right now. You can see one corner, one of them will get loose, and the next corner, the other one gets loose.
14 laps for me, and I'm a lap down, so 13 laps to go, guys.
All right, so 13 to go. This is where we're going to start seeing who saved enough fuel and who's going to have to pit again.
You know there's going to be somebody that tries it. Like we said, Johnny Boy earlier, he's got to be in the best position fuel-wise.
Yeah,
Not sure
I
if he's
agree.
been able to been in a draft. I mean, he's out there with Light right now, but I know Light was just on pit road a little while ago, so you know he hasn't been drafting with him the whole time, so there's no one else really around him. So, like you were saying with the draft, you need the draft to be able to save as much fuel as you'd want to.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we'll find out in 12 laps.
So I'm going to get with our in-race reporter, Denkate. He's currently running out there. So Denkate, you got me on the microphone?
Yes, sir.
How's your race going so far? I know you seem like you kind of been staying out of trouble, making your way up at the moment. So to this point, now that you've had to take the second pit stop and everything, just coming out of pit road, I believe you just came out of pit road. What is your strategy? No, you haven't. So you think you're on strategy to make it to the end here?
Oh God, no! I'm like 4 or 5 laps shy.
Well, unfortunately, with you being on board, I don't see very many cars that are at your advantage to be able to help you. But I don't know. What are your hopes for this race to this point forward?
Stay in 16th place.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in and see how the race on your part was going, of course. So try and keep 16th place at this point.
I'm working on it.
All right, man. Thank you.
See, the 51 and the 21 still working together here. That's 2 teammates not willing to give up on each other here. That's just going to benefit both of them. The 21's still the leader, I presume, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And the 51 should be on the edge of the lead lap.
So I just saw a low bow tie. He's coming out of pit road as we speak right now.
Now the 51 has also made a second pit stop, so he is definitely off of the lead lap.
42 is going down now.
The 41 making a run with the leaders on the outside here. NASCAR 82. He does not want to go a lap down. I don't blame him.
Got the 24 coming off pit road.
Got the 8 of Hegon coming down pit road as we speak. So I guess the hard battles didn't allow him to get to the end.
And the
51 and 21 are both pitting.
21 is pitting now.
51 might have been speeding. He came in a little hot there.
Alrighty, so your leader's on pit road, and old Johnny Boy is still yet to pit, and he is in front of Broom here. So I believe he's going to cycle around to take the race lead here.
.49.
22 is the leader.
Palm Coaster.
Palm Coaster.
22, Palm Coaster in the lead. Let's see where he's at on track.
He's coming into 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the 51 was speeding. Unless, is he still on pit road? Yep, he was. He won. I know he was a lap down to begin with, but that's...
So
Yeah,
is
that's
that the number
just
2 I
that
see
more.
coming down pit road? Keith Easy? Number 2. Keith
21
is
car
coming
through the
down pit road.
grass coming off pit road. I think he spun coming off pit road.
Oh, jeez.
I saw him come through the grass off of turn 2.
Oh,
He's
that
super
could be
slow going down the
disastrous
back.
for his race. You got the 51 sitting on the back stretch, waiting on the 21 here.
Most important thing about a green pit stop is that first lap. When you come off a pit road, is nailing every corner and trying to gain as much ground as you're still on pit road.
Got Hellraiser having himself a solid run still.
Got the 17 of Mac back on pit road. Also 20 of who's in the 20? Dave H315 is in the 20. They're both coming off him in the 17.
Hey, if you don't mind, can we get a lap count?
I'll tell you in a second. I'm just coming out of the pit road now.
Alright.
But when I went in, there was 5 laps to go.
So the 22
What?
is still your leader.
Pit stops, just not quite able to make it.
The 22 is on mass fuel savings. You can hear it in his engine as he comes down the front stretch here.
Somebody else losing it out of pits.
Well, that's going to be the 17 car.
2 of them. And the 48, I think, was involved as well.
I was starting to, yeah.
So that's the 48 of Denkate and the 17 of Mac Attack.
Looks like Johnny Boy
2
is
laps to go.
still going full throttle here, so he's either good to go on fuel or he's just saying screw it.
So
if I
the
run,
22 has taken the white flag lap.
Okay, so he's on the
So
last
this-
lap. Let's see if he's got
Palm
enough fuel to
Coaster,
make it.
22.
So Palm Coaster's currently our leader, correct?
Yep.
Coming off
Correct.
turn
So
2,
does
still
that leave
running.
the number 8 of Hegon in P2?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Palm Coaster coming off turn 4. He's still running. Looks like he's going to make it.
Yep, he's going to make it.
And,
So fuel strategy won it there, I
He
believe.
got it.
yep, Palm Coaster with the win.
Good for him. Looks like he gonna finish
Dang it.
second.
I would assume Hegon is P2 for the end of this race.
With Broom P3.
And it looks like Broom was third. Yep.
I got my 16th.
That spin was disastrous for the 21, as I think he fell all the way out of the top 5.
Palm
Yeah,
Coaster, Johnny Boy, Memphis, JCR, JWoww, Hegon, Broom, NASCAR, Mini Coupe,
Oh.
Low Bow Tie, and the Maverick.
So you had a lot of guys there
Wow.
pulling some strategy.
That was a big change up. I thought Hegon was P2, but who is P2? Can you repeat that, please?
Old Johnny Boy.
Old Johnny Boy comes out with
P2
P2.
finish. That's right. He was the. I think he only did 1 pit stop as well.
Yeah, so his strategy obviously played out.
Yeah, you
Well
you can
and well
see
enough.
how much you can see how much that affected the 21 because he finished nose to tail with the 51, and the 51 had a speeding penalty. So the 21 should have came out a good.
The
chunk ahead.
51 also sat on the backstretch waiting on the 21.
Did he? Oh,
And
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, guys, with the results coming in, with the number 11 of Memphis spinning out so early in the race, he fought so hard and he actually ended up finishing third.
wow, good for him. Had a fast car.
And
We saw that
we need
early.
the fastest
Yeah.
lap here. Hopefully nobody leaves.
Oh, somebody just left. Looks like
J
JWoww.
Wow.
JWoww. Yep,
JWoww.
I got the picture. There we go. Taddy will be happy.
All right. On that note, we unfortunately we don't have time for interviews tonight, as we have a slider race to prepare for ourselves that starts in about 10-15 minutes.
Actually, about
Absolutely.
20 minutes. So you got time if you want to get them. But
Blaney,
that's
I'll
up to you.
throw that over to you. What do you want to do?
Just have
You want to do
to
the
tell them to make it quick if we do.
Yeah, we
top
can do
guy
the
or
top three
two?
real quick. We can do the top three really quick and give them a
Alright.
goal. Congratulations really quick.
Who was it? So you need Palm Coaster. Oh my god, I'm already in that one. Okay. So add Palm Coaster. Old Johnny Boy. And who was the other one? Memphis. Okay.
Oh my gosh, serious? Oh my, what the?
Memphis. Oh, come on, guy.
Show the inner swap tag.
Old Johnny Boy and Palm
That doesn't
Coaster.
give me
There you go.
Show me the tag that says
They're
inner
in.
swap.
Have a good one, boys. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, Den K, for being here.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
appreciate you being here tonight, DK.
Yep, thank you, sir.
You're all welcome, boys.
Also, thank you to Hellraiser for being in race reporter tonight as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Good
Also
race, by the way.
Also light in the 99.
You guys definitely made our jobs easier.
Yeah, not having a leaderboard or something. It's a necessity. Needing somebody in the race in order to give you some information that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get.
Yeah, especially with races like this with fuel strategy. I mean, stuff gets cycled through so much. You sometimes get lost where you're trying to figure out who's in the lead and who's.
No cautions. There's cars all over the racetrack constantly. Yeah.
So as we wait for these guys to get in here.
Yeah, for all you guys watching out there tonight, we got a C slider race coming up immediately after this one. So
Watch out for all three of us on track.
yeah, want to watch some more racing? It'll be immediately following this at Las Vegas.
No, we're still at Chicago.
Oh, never mind. We're at Chicago. That was
Yep.
Blaney told me Las Vegas, so it's Blaney's fault.
Sorry, I thought I looked at the schedule last night and it said Las Vegas after Indianapolis, but I guess not. C schedule.
Yeah, make sure to tune in and give T-Bird a shout out, as he'll be your broadcaster for that race also. He's out there in the YouTube world saying hello. Says
T-Bird.
that was a good race from everyone, he says.
For sure. Thank you for the kind words, T-Bird. And I don't know if we're going to be getting interviews. Apparently people don't want to celebrate, so...
Nobody wants to join, so apparently there won't be any interviews.
All right.
Unfortunately, guys, we have a prepared for, so there's a little bit of team stuff going on. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for having me, Tiller regarding GC Sports, on behalf of Aquatati.
Yeah, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to broadcast for GC Sports, and we'll see you guys next time.